Today we're here and we're going to make a roasted fall and winter medley of fresh Michigan vegetables. These vegetables are going to be carrots, we're going to have a parsnip, and we're going to have a beautiful butternut squash. Okay, we're going to take these vegetables, and of course I've already washed them, and we need to scrub them a little bit if they need to be scrubbed. So we're going to scrub this parsnip, and the parsnip has little grooves and edges that then need to be scrubbed with a scrub brush. That'll help get any leftover dirt that's in there. See how I'm scrubbing that? Very nice. All scrubbed and ready to go. Now we're going to take the same parsnip and we're going to peel that parsnip, so we're going to put it in our roasted vegetables. It's going to be a blend that's going to get seasoned and oiled and roasted in the oven, because we're going to get all these flavors to go together. As we peel the parsnip, you can see that my peeler doesn't have to leave the parsnip, and it works very effective because it's a fancy two-sided peeler. There's the peeled parsnip. Now we're going to take this parsnip and we're going to cut it into large cubes. Now when we have these vegetables and they're this big, we want to flatten them out. So we take the end of this parsnip, we sink the knife into it, and we cut it like that. Now, just like you may have all just discovered, that's a very starchy vegetable, and it's got a lot of starch in it, so I have to really focus on cutting that vegetable so it doesn't move on the cutting board. So we're going to take large cubes. They're going to be like that. I'll have to cut this again. Cut through that starch. There's a large cube there. Oh. It's very fresh. I can smell the parsnip as we cut it. You can even smell and feel the sugar that's sitting inside that parsnip. Take this, take our bench knife, put it in the mix. We should have about 3 cups, because we had about a cup of carrot in there. There's 3 cups in there. Now we got some more carrots. We've already washed this carrot off, so we're going to use the skin of the carrot, because of course the skin is much more nutritious, soaking up in that wonderful Michigan soil. So we'll take the carrot. Since we're doing a large cube, I'm not really going to cut this carrot in half, but hopefully we'll keep it on the board. There's the carrot. We'll use the white carrot and we'll use the red carrot. Come back here. There's our white carrot. There's our red carrot. Now we were going for 2 cups of carrots and we're going for 2 cups of parsnips. And this is a 4-cup measure. How did we do? Pretty good. There you go. Now, the fun part. Now you want to talk about some starch. Now you got some starch. Well, we're going to cut this butternut squash. Now butternut squash is very difficult to cut because it's such a hard vegetable and it's so full of starch. But it's also so full of nutrients and so full of wonderful flavors. It is going to make this dish. And I heard we have a couple of these hanging out here in Michigan these days. So the first thing you want to do is you want to take off that outside skin. And you got to roll with it just as if you were cutting a green pepper. Or we roll with it like that, and we roll it around, being very careful to hold the squash still. You've noticed that I've set the squash on the board flat, so this squash is not moving. All right, so we have this butternut squash, and you all know that there's going to be some seeds in here. So there's the seeds. We're going to take these seeds out, and we're going to come back. I've scooped out the seeds from this wonderful butternut squash, and now I'm going to try to cut up at very similar sizes to my other vegetables that are in the medley. This is 2 cups of butternut squash. We're going to put it into the mix. We're going to take this fall winter medley and we're going to add the oil, a small amount of oil. Don't want to overdo it. We're going to have a ½ teaspoon of vegetable blend. And this vegetable blend has black pepper. We've made these up ahead of time. They have black pepper, cayenne, paprika, onion powder, and garlic powder. So we're using this, and it's got a lot of flavor in it. We'll take a ½ teaspoon. Sprinkle it in. That should be plenty. Move it around in the oil. And again, this roasted vegetable, when we roast this, you can serve it hot or you can serve it cold. You can just put it out after it's already been cooked and just serve it as a cold vegetable. It doesn't have to be served hot. Put it on the sheet pan. Keep it close together. If you don't keep your vegetables close together, they're going to dry out. We don't want these wonderful vegetables to dry out. Can you see the color? Can you do any better than the color of that? And now we're going to take these vegetables and we're going to put them into an oven and we're going to roast these vegetables. And after we roast these vegetables, they're going to caramelize. And we're actually going to draw the sugar from the starch out of these vegetables, and it'll give them a sweet flavor, which I think the students find very appealing. And here we go, from raw to roasted. A beautiful medley of fall and winter vegetables grown here in the state of Michigan.